Good morning to all. Welcome to our science class. Today we are going to discuss chapter number 8, winds, storms and cyclones. We have discussed in our last class about winds. So today we are going to discuss storms and cyclones. Thunderstorms and cyclones. Thunderstorms are produced by the swift movement of the falling water droplet along the rising air which produce sounds, lightning and heavy rain. They are frequent in hot, humid and tropical areas. High temperature in these areas produce strong rising winds which carry water droplets up. These droplets condense and fall down as rain. The large masses of clouds get electrically charged when the droplets of water in it are rubbed by dust and other charged particles. If two clouds carrying opposite charges come closer, an electric charge flows from one of them to the other. The process releases a large amount of heat and light. The spark of light is seen as lightning. When a thunderstorm arises, many large heavy rain and large sound produced and many lightning produced in this area. The air expands suddenly due to the heat produced. This produced a large sound which we hear as thunder. You should take the following precautions during the thunderstorm. Point A. Do not take shelter under a tree and umbrella with a metallic end in open garages, metal sheds or storage sheds. And point B. Do not lie on the ground. And point C. Do not sit near a window. And point D. A car, bus or a building is a safe place to take shelter. And point E. If you are in a forest, take shelter under a small tree. And next point, cyclone. When water evaporates, it takes up heat from the surrounding and changes to vapor. This heat is released when the vapor condensed back to water and falls down as rain. The released heat warms the atmosphere. The warm air rises and a low pressure area is created. Air from the surrounding areas rushes to the center of the storm. As more and more air spirals inward towards the center, it is forced to rise. They cool down as they rise, condense and fall down as rain. The cyclic chain in events result in the formation of a low pressure system with the high speed winds revolving around it. This is known as cyclone. Structure of a cyclone. The center of a cyclone is a calm area called the eye of the cyclone. The center of cyclone is a calm area. It's called eye of the cyclone. The diameter of the eye varies from 10 to 30 kilometer. Is a region of light winds and no clouds. Surrounding this region are high speed winds and thick clouds with heavy rain. The speed of the wind varies from 150 to 250 km प्रति hour. For a large cyclone, the size of a cloud regions is about 150 km. The wind speed gradually decreases away from this region. Look at this picture. Formation of a cyclone. Eye wall, rain bands evaporate the warm ocean surface, supply the storm's fuel, and the warm, humid air rises rapidly in thunderstorms. Updrafts near the center and air flow outwardly from the center in the cooler upper level is of the storm, and winds near the surface carry warm moist air in towards the storm center. And restrictions caused by a cyclone. Cyclones cause a lot of damage of life and properties. Point A, the strong winds in a cyclone push the water from the sea towards the shore, even when it is hundreds of kilometers away. This is the first indication of its approach. The water waves produce cause of surf floods and destruction caused by cyclones and houses and buildings in and point B, the water is lifted to a height of about 3 to 12 meters by the low pressure eyes of the cyclones. It appears like a wall of water which enters the lying coastal areas. This causes severe floods. And point C, the high speed winds uproots trees, electrical poles, roofs of buildings which are big. It also damages buildings, communication system, etc. are damaged when a cyclone arises. And point D, it reduces the fertility of the soil and by washing away the fertile topsoil. And heavy and continuous rainfall causes floods of worsen the situations in the already flooded areas. And these are many destructions caused by cyclones and different names of cyclones. Cyclones are known by different names at different places of the world. And point first, hurricane. Hurricane in the American continent. The cyclones are known as hurricanes. They consist of violent and destructive wind. And next point, typhoon. Typhoon, tropical cyclones which originate in the China Sea and occur in Philippines and Japan are known as typhoons. These are also very destructive since they consist of strong wind. Destruction caused of typhoon. And next point, tornado. It consists of a twisted funnel-shaped cloud swirling air that reaches from the sky to the ground. It is formed very suddenly on the land. The speed of the wind is a violent tornado is about 300 km per hour and its diameter varies from a meter to a kilometer in length. The funnel of a tornado sucks anything in its path, dust, trees, animals, human beings, vehicles, buildings, etc. are pulled in at the bases due to low pressure and thrown out near the top. Tornadoes may be formed with a cyclone. Tornadoes are not very frequent in our country, but these are common and violent in USA. When a tornado forms over a sea, it sucks up the water and looks like a giant grey snake. This is known as water sport. A violent tornado may blow off the feathers of bird or remove the skin of animals. And next point हमारा 4 depressions. In Europe, cyclones, which are not very violent, are known as depressions. They bring rain and do not cause much damage. Cyclones are frequent in the east coast of India. In the west coast, in the intensity and frequency of the cyclones are less than the east coast. In fact, the whole coastline of India is a cyclone-prone area. So, depressions, a cyclone arise in Europe. Precautions to be taken in a cyclone hit area. Do not drink water in the locality as it may be contaminated. And second point, store drinking water for emergencies. And third point, do not touch wet switches and water and power lines. And fourth point, do not go outside the houses or the cyclone shelter. And point 5, do not pressure the rescue workers with undue demands. And point 6, help and cooperate with friends and neighbors. We have discussed in our video about thunderstorms and cyclones, and many types of cyclones and precautions of cyclones. Uh, Today our topic is last, and chapter number 8 is, this is last video of chapter number 8. We have discussed our next chapter in next video. Thank you. Have a good day.